Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And I wanted to come in and run my mouth and talk about the mess. Well, tonight was the Met Gala. I was thinking about talking about going more into detail tomorrow about my favorite looks of the night. Tomorrow, I don't know. But, anyways, so tonight was the Met Gala, and Bad Girl Riri is having a baby, another baby. I think that for some of us, we kind of already assumed. At least I was like, "Girl, she has to be pregnant." When I saw Mama walking around here in oversized denim jackets, oh, I said, "Okay, she's trying to cover up that stomach. She's trying to cover up that baby gut, baby." Um, that ain't Chipotle. That ain't Taco Bell, baby. That's baby gut. Okay. Well, she debuted her belly tonight at the Met Gala. Well, I think the first picture I saw, it was online. She was walking down the street. But then, of course, when she got to the Met Gala, um, that picture also went viral. So shout out to Riri. This will be her. I'm assuming unless she's having twins or triplets or more than that, this will be her third child with ASAP Rocky. Um, some people are saying that she's shooting for a girl. I don't really keep up with Rihanna like that anymore. So I don't know if she's I guess she wants a girl. I don't know. But some people say she's shooting for a girl. So, hopefully, this is her girl. But the thing that I really wanted to talk about was, baby, when I saw this bring the picture up. When I saw this picture, let me just say this. Anytime the way I talk, you would think that I have people in this apartment with me. It's only me. When I'm like, bring the picture up like I got an assistant. Girl, I'm the director, the producer, the writer, the manager, the executive producer, girl, the sound engineer, the editor. Girl, it's all in one over here. Okay. But anyways, so when I saw this picture of Rihanna and Sierra, I said, "Oh, we grown. Like we real grown." See, this is the thing. Some of you don't know this, but once upon a time, before Rihanna hit billionaire status, Rihanna used to be a gutter snipe. Girl, she was hood, she was ghetto. Girl, she was gonna wear the girls low. Her thumbs were very gutter snipish. Girl, she was just like us. Girl, down to the internet, wrapping girls up. Baby Rihanna, this was probably, like 15 years ago? This was short hair, bad gal, Riri, right? This is probably about 15 years ago, maybe. Her and Sierra got into it online. I don't know how the back and forth even started. I don't know how it started, but when I tell you, Riri, girl, I remember at one point during the beef, the back and forth with Rihanna and Sierra, Rihanna had posted a picture of Sierra like performing at a nightclub, girl. And then I think she posted a picture of her like filling up like a stadium. I tell you, Rihanna was hell on wheels. You hear me? Rihanna was gonna argue with celebrities, girl fans, girl haters. It didn't matter. Girl, Rihanna was going whatever she had to say, she was gonna say it. She got into it with Tiana Taylor one time. The argument with Tiana Taylor got really, really dark. Tiana Taylor, I think, had actually lost out on some money too. I think she had like a deal with Puma or Adidas. Anyways, her and Tiana got into it, and Tiana ended up posting the picture of Rihanna's face when Chris Brown had beat her up. She posted the picture. She got the face of she took Rihanna's face and put it like on a body, I think, of another person, as if like she had just like beat her up. So it was like Tiana's face. I'm gonna try to. I know these articles are probably still out there. It was a mess. But yeah, Ciara and Rihanna. I think for those of us who lived through that era of Rihanna, um, I was smiling when I saw Ciara and Rihanna, take this picture. I don't. They probably have. Again, I don't know. I can't keep up with everything, but maybe they have. I'm sure because they kind of run the same circles, right? They've probably bumped into each other, been in the same venue before. But I had this is my first time, or at least I remember seeing them take a picture together. It's kind of again. It just goes to show that one, we're all growing, right? We're all trying to be adults, right? We're all trying to act like we got a little bit of sense. Ain't nobody got time to be beefing for the rest of our life. Now I don't know. Have her and Tiana made up? I don't know. Like I said, girl, the one with Tiana kind of went like Tiana really took it there. Tiana took it to hell. She did. She did. But I think also Tiana lost. I think a business deal that Tiana had kind of went left when she decided to take it to hell. I'm almost sure I remember reading that somewhere. But like I said, this was probably like what 15 years ago. I know it was probably over 10. Oh Lord, why Sirion? Anyways, but shout out to Rihanna. Shout out to Ciara. I'm glad that they, are grown now and can look past the beef, the Twitter beef. It used to be Rihanna and her homegirl. What was her homegirl's name? Melissa. I think it was Melissa. Her and Melissa used to cut up on the internet. There was a good old days, baby. There was a good old gutter snipe Riri days, baby. I used to love them days, baby. Rihanna used to be on the internet cutting up and acting a fool. Yes, she was. That's why I said, girl, girl, I would probably be like, I want to give a shout out to Beyonce because Beyonce. One thing about that Beyonce, she pays everybody dust. Everybody she pays dust. I think I would probably be more like Rihanna. I think I would probably be more like Rihanna. I probably would. Yup. I probably would. I know I would. I'm not taking no high road. Not today. Okay. Anyway, shout out to Rihanna. Shout out to Riri. I mean Rihanna. Shout out to Ciara. Shout out to Riri. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and move on. So this is according to the Jasmine brand and also the neighborhood talk. So Tyreek Hill's estranged wife accuses the NFL star of cutting off her debit card access amid messy divorce battle. So, according to court documents obtained by In Touch, Keeta Hill filed a motion asking the judge to force Tyreek to maintain the status quo and restore her access to the debit cards she's used throughout their marriage. She claimed the NFL star unilaterally removed her from the two Chase debit cards associated with the bank accounts that she used to pay for her own expenses, the household expenses, and the child's expenses. Her lawyer argued Tyreek removed Keeta's access to the debit cards to make her feel vulnerable and to make the point that he can do whatever he wants whenever he wants. He added the move was a part of a pattern of coercion and abuse. This motion follows other allegations from Keeta, including claims that Tyreek has never taken care of their daughter and uses her as a pawn. She referenced an incident where Tyreek allegedly took their daughter without her consent, with police reportedly telling Keeta that she had no choice but to allow him to take the child. Maybe. And they talked about that on Neighborhood Talk. Let me find that article. So the Neighborhood Talk reported Keeta seeks Keeta Varico. I don't know the girl named Keeta Hill seeks custody of 5-month-old daughter while with Tyreek Hill after he allegedly threatened to take the infant to Los Angeles in an attempt to make her upset. This was reported 3 days ago. So in new court documents, Keeta is accusing Tyreek Hill of using their 5-month-old daughter as a tactic to manipulate and control her. According to In Touch, Keeta claims Tyreek showed up at their home on May the 1st to pick up a few items. While there, she says he took their daughter and kept changing the story about where he'd be taking the infant. Keeta alleges that after changing the story several times while walking to their elevator, Tyreek told her that he was going to really piss her off by taking the child to Los Angeles for the weekend. She claims his actions were not out of concern for the child, but to scare her, and discourage her from pursuing her marital rights and the support rights of the child. Keeta says Tyreek sent us a text short after claiming he changed his mind about going to LA and was bringing the baby back home. Girl, of course. Let me say something. Tyreek, I don't know if y'all know, but Tyreek Hill, they said got about 12, 13 kids. I'm not making this up. We've already talked about Tyreek and all the kids that he's had, and even some of the kids that have been birthed while he was with this girl. I absolutely believe that Tyreek was using that child to upset that woman. That nigga was not about to take that no 5-month-old baby to no Los Angeles for the weekend. Girl, and y'all know it. Have y'all seen how that nigga look? That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But he was not about to take no 5-month-old baby. Didn't they say the baby was 5 months old? Yes, 5-month-old daughter to Los Angeles for the weekend. Girl, he wouldn't take that baby around the corner if he had a house for the weekend. Girl, please. But I got some for Keeta too. She described his behavior as impulsive and erratic in court documents and went on to claim that he's unaware of their daughter's sleep, food, and daily routines. I believe it. Keeta has requested that the court ban Tyreek from taking their child out of Florida without approval and is seeking full custody with supervised visitation for Tyreek. She wants this until he learns to respect boundaries and place the baby needs over his own impulses and desires. Girl, I don't know. Girl, let me shut up. I'm not even going to get into that. Tyreek's attorney released a statement denying the allegations. Mr. Hill denies the allegations and the recently filed pleadings. They are false and disparaging. Child, this is a lot, and it all comes after Keeta filed for divorce on April the 2nd. Listen, Keeta, you a fool, you been a fool. And that ain't gonna change. Girl, I just want to say one thing to everybody out there. Gay, straight, non-binary, non-gender conforming, man, woman, child, I don't care. Girl, child, I don't care. To the children, yes. Make sure your children hear this. Girl, when y'all get into relationships, especially if you are a woman, a girl growing up to be a woman, always have your own. If you want to be with a man and he want to pay every bill in the house, girl, the cable bill, the phone bill, your car note, your insurance, that's all fine and dandy. Let him pay it, but make sure that you always have your own money. Because on Mad Day, oh, oh, girl, I was about to play Beyonce. Girl, on Mad Day, this is what happens. You thought you had a little access to the money, girl. He cuts off the access to the money. Now you running around here, girl, trying to find some money, some pennies and dollars, girl, in the cushion of your couch. Because of access to the money that you had, he now has cut off access. And now you can't feed yourself. You can't support yourself. You can't take care of your child. And you best to believe that Keeta is taking care of that child. Even with them being married, even with them still living in the house, I guarantee you that she is the primary caretaker of that child. And so now you have to go beg for money to take care of yourself. Always, don't never let no nigga, listen to me and listen to me good, don't never have no nigga have you standing outside shaking a tin can. Do you hear me? Don't ever have no nigga have you outside, girl, or sending a text message to one of your homegirls talking about I need to come crash at your place for a couple of nights because this nigga done put me out. I know I'm hitting some people right now. I'm not trying to be funny or disrespectful. Don't ever have no nigga have you looking for a place to stay. or to feed yourself or to feed your child that you had with the nigga. Always, 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 always have your own money. Because if Mad Day comes, it's called Mad Day for a reason. Now, that don't mean that you can't get child support or maybe even a little spousal support from that nigga. Okay, or whatever. But just make sure that at the end of the day, girl, even if he puts you out, you can go get you a cute little hotel room, girl, at the Four Seasons, the DoubleTree. If you got to crash there for a couple of nights until your nice high rise apartment is ready. But baby, I'm not gonna be on the streets, and I ain't gotta go knock on my friend's door talking about, hey girl, can I spend the night? Girl, no, I just got me a hotel room, girl. It wasn't that big of a deal, child. I went and got me a hotel room. The next day, I went and found me an apartment, girl. I'm moving in. I'm moving in there at the end of this week. Oh, girl, it's real cute, girl. 1,000 square feet, girl. Nice amenities. Girl, nigga ain't stop shit. One monkey don't stop no show. That should be the attitude. And if you have access the way that Keeta has access to the money, girl, you definitely should be trying to build your own money. Whether you are opening up restaurants, boutiques, girl, nail salons, hair salons, girl, you should definitely take advantage. You better do like Todd Burris did. You see, when Todd got access to the money, baby, he ain't let the access go. Girl, it makes no sense for you to finally come into a good situation, and you now the person who that you're with, girl. Some of y'all about to get mad, but girl, you should be benefiting from the relationship that you're in, and I don't care what nobody say. Unless some people believe in a struggle love story. That's not my. But you should be benefiting. I would look at Todd Burris like he's an idiot. You got with Rich Candy, who can take care of every motherfucker in the building. That Todd is doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing. That doesn't mean that he loves his. That doesn't mean that he doesn't love his wife. Doesn't mean that he doesn't care for his wife. But girl, why would I have access to the bank of candy and not use it to my benefit? Keeta, why would you have access to all that money that man has, and girl, you out here, girl, begging for money? It is what it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. All right, y'all. Let's move on. So remember the other day we were talking about Beyonce? She was basically hit with a cease and desist because during her Cowboy Carter tour, um, part of the production, she is picking up the Sphere in Las Vegas. And so basically they said that she didn't have permission to use the imagery. So, anyways, long story short, girl, she replaced it with the stadium in Vegas, the Allegiant. I think it's the Allegiant Stadium. What's the stadium in Vegas? I think it's the Allegiant Stadium. Let me see. Yeah, yeah. So she basically replaced it with that stadium. I mean, look, it is what it is. Um, so I think a few of you mentioned that the guy, I think his name was John. What's his name? Let me Google his name real. They said it was a deal. At one point, Beyonce was in talks, I guess, to do like a residency at um, the Sphere in Vegas, but the deal it didn't go through. And some people believe that the man, John, I think his name is John Dolan. Let me see. James Dolan. James Dolan. Could he have been being? He was he being petty? Possibly so. I believe so. Honestly, I believe that he was probably being petty. The deal didn't go through, and I think that his response was, again, just being petty. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter because Beyonce doesn't need him. He doesn't need Beyonce. Um, they say that man, from what I googled, one thing said that his family was worth between 4 to 5.6 billion, and then I saw something else that said he was worth 2 billion. So whatever's happening with the Sphere in Vegas, girl, I'm sure even if they close it down tomorrow, he will more than likely still remain wealthy. Girl, he gonna be okay. Girl, Beyonce, she gonna be okay. Girl, this is I just at the it doesn't really matter. I'm not trying to upset the beehive. I know how the beehive gets sometimes. Um, I mean, the fact of the matter is nobody really has to have a legit reason of why they don't want you to use their stuff. They just don't. The same way I gave the example the other day, the same way that Beyonce told Trump that she sent him a cease and desist, or I'm not gonna say Beyonce, but Beyonce's team, he wasn't allowed to use her music. I don't have to give you a reason why. You just not using my shit, girl. So he said the same thing. I don't have to give you a reason why. You're just not using my shit. That's it. That's it. But shout out to Beyonce. Shout out to the Cowboy Carter tour. Let me know if y'all go. Like I said, girl, I don't mind. I don't mind going, but my ticket gonna have to be for free. I ain't doing it this time. Okay, I'm not gonna do it. Girl, I'm gonna have to catch the movie. I'm gonna have to catch the Cowboy Carter tour movie. Girl, quiet as this. Let me shut up, girl. Quiet as this kept it look like it's the same thing. Let me shut up. All right, girl, let's move on. Baby. So for some of you, you may not know this. I absolutely have always loved Fantasia since she first stepped on American Idol. Girl, when her first audition, I think she sung "Rolling Down the River." Then up to wasn't the song she sung? Girl. Um, I've always been a fan of her music. Will always be a fan of her music. Well, Fantasia has come out and let us know that she will be releasing a gospel album. I'm not like this humongous gospel fan. However, one of my favorite songs is a gospel song. But nonetheless, every time I hear it, I bust out into tears. Every time. Anyways, but I'm excited for this gospel album that Fantasia is coming out with. I think it's going to be, I just think it's going to be a good album. And Fantasia does have one of those voices that I feel is just I think she can do it all. I do. I think Fantasia is the girl who can sing a nasty R&B song. I think she can sing a nasty rock song, and I think that she can also, girl, demolish a gospel song. She was on American Idol last week, and I'm gonna play a part, just a small clip of the song. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So make sure you go out and download Fantasia's new song. It's available on it's available on Apple. I'm sure it's available everywhere. So shout out to Fantasia, girl. Now I'm about to get a little messy. Girl, now I'm about to get a little messy. Girl, we was talking about the homewrecker law. And I was saying, girl, I had never heard of this law before a day in my life. And then some of you told me, girl, yes, you have. Because remember, Nene got sued. I forgot Nene got sued. So we were talking about in the previous Hot Topics video. I'm not going to go over everything. I'll just put the link to the video in the description box. But basically, this man is suing this other man who had an affair with his wife. And it's called okay, so it's basically the homewrecker law. Alienation of affection, and you can sue the person who you feel destroyed your marriage. Girl, and I forgot, I don't know how I forgot about this, but Nene got sued. Remember when she got with that guy? And then the wife sued her. And then also, girl, some of y'all refresh I forgot all about this. I be forgetting y'all. I'm so happy y'all be reminding me. Fantasia was brought into some mess way, way back in the day. Oh, I hate to talk about this. But girl, remember back in the day when Fantasia was messing with that guy? And then it come to find out, we found she was called to court. And then we found out Fantasia had a heaven baby. She got pregnant. She did not have the baby. She chose not to have the baby, and then it come to find out Fantasia didn't really have anything to do with. She wasn't a homewrecker, basically. The guy who she was talking to, I think he worked at T-Mobile. He worked at T-Mobile, and but he was already separated from his wife. So, but yeah, so we have actually discussed this a couple of times on my channel. It just slipped my mind. But shout out to Nene. Shout out to Fantasia. Shout out to all the homework and hoes out there. Y'all about to start getting sued. Y'all better leave these people man alone. Hey Portia, y'all better leave these people man alone. And wives, because they suing y'all asses. Because the husband sued the man for sleeping with his wife. Again, I'll put the link to the video in the description box if y'all want to listen to it if you haven't already. All right, y'all, I'm gone. I'm about to watch a little 911, and I'll be back tomorrow. We might go live tomorrow since we ain't got nothing else to do. Okay. All right, y'all. And just an FYI, the alienation of affection lawsuits are still recognized in 7 U.S. states: Hawaii, Illinois, Mississippi, New Mexico, North Carolina, South Dakota, and Utah. These lawsuits allow a spouse to sue a third party for allegedly interfering with their marriage and causing a loss of love and affection. So, girl, if you live in Hawaii, Illinois, Mississippi, New Mexico, North Carolina, South Dakota, and Utah, bitch, keep your clothes, keep your legs closed to married men, and don't crawl between no married woman's legs, or don't crawl on the back of no man, or don't crawl between a married man's legs. I'm just saying, whatever you do, just don't do it that, because your ass might get sued. Okay, so be safe out there. Because the last nigga, Steve Smith Sr., he getting sued for $100,000 for cheating with a man's wife. So y'all be safe. All right. It's a shakedown of the Chanel, baby. Shake like. Because some of y'all just giving money away anyways, girl. All right, I'm gone. I'll start rambling and talking for 35 extra minutes. Bye, y'all.